And a big welcome back to the Endurance Hour Podcast, episode 250, alongside Wendy Mader. I'm Dave Erickson. We are focusing on one question from one of our listeners, and this is from Daniel, and he left this on Facebook. Wendy, what are your thoughts on taking a day completely off of training? And we're going to go ahead and assume this is triathlon training versus an individual swim, bike, or run athlete.
I have a lot of thoughts on that question. Based on my own personal experience, when I started triathlon, and again, I started 26 years ago, I always took a day off because I was told to, and that's just what I did. And as a former collegiate swimmer, we always had Sundays off. As a age group high school swimmer, we had Sundays off, but back then my coach, if he could get a pool time on Sunday, we would not have had Sundays off. So I kind of grew up as an athlete, always having that one day off, and I was told you need to take a day off. Now with all my experience, I tend to take a day off when my schedule kind of forces me to take a day off. So I don't necessarily have a scheduled day off. I take one when I need one, based on how I'm feeling and, how life presents itself for that day. And I kind of carry on that philosophy for athletes I coach, that if they don't want to take a day off, they don't necessarily have to. But I say that because we're monitoring metrics. We're monitoring their soreness, their sleep level. They're giving me a lot of feedback in their training logs. And if I'm finding that for a period of time they're sick or injured, then we're going to want to take some time off to try to see if the time off is going to help fix the issue that they're having. But most athletes I coached, probably 99% of them do take a day off.
There are 1,440 minutes in a day. I'm not sure if I believe that you can skip. I think you can do 20 minutes of something and still consider it a day off. So I probably need a little more clarity on the question from Daniel. What's the definition of a day off? And I say it's completely off, but you can easily do a walk. You can do some massage. You can do some foam rolling. And is that considered a day off? I think it's just kind of maintenance,
Yeah, and I would consider that. Okay, so I would consider that a day off. For example, if an athlete has, let's say Mondays traditionally are a day off, and they don't include walking in their current training program, and they ask, can they go for a walk on their scheduled day off? I'm going to say, why not? Walking is part of your activities of daily living. Mm-hmm. That's not part of the training plan. So if you want to go for a walk, go for a walk. If Monday is an athlete's current day off and they had a huge volume of training the weekend, I'm going to say, go for a walk, but keep it very short and don't do any hills, and make sure it's not intense. And it's probably that active recovery, I think, is so beneficial. Mm-hmm. To me, foam rolling and the other recovery techniques, to some athletes, that's part of their training, and they consider that training. It just depends on what your plan calls for and why you're taking a day completely off.
Maybe traditionally what Daniel's saying here is, if I'm not swimming, can I take if I'm not swimming, biking, or running on this day, that means I'm taking it off. But as we know, recovery is part of training. So if it is a massage, if it is, I don't know, going to the sauna or a hot tub, I don't know, something could be kind of part of your overall body maintenance. So taking a day off, I can only imagine just laying on the couch all day. That would be, you're taking the completely day off. You're not doing anything. Yes, we're all going to walk. We're all going to, maybe drink some more fluids. We're all going to take it easy. We're going to meditate. These, to me, fall under your lifestyle training. So maybe he's asking, can I take a day off of training, swimming, of biking and running? Yes, take one of those days off. I'm okay. Personally, I'm okay with that, so the body can recover from those things. But you can have a swim day as a recovery day, if it's real light.
Right. So let me point out, usually when you think of having a day off in your training program, it's for recovery. Mm-hmm. So some athletes have come to me and say, when I take a day completely off, no swimming, biking, and running, they have reported that they feel worse. Yeah. And so Well, then go do some active, go do some aqua jogging, go do some active. I love active recovery. I just think it's the best, especially as we age. I think active recovery is really important. But I think there should be a day off of intensity and focused, and have a day where you're just free to do whatever you want. That's cool.
I also agree that you have to have some variety in your life. It can't just be all about training. You're more than a triathlete. You're also a husband or wife, or a employee or employer. You're a friend. You do other things. Maybe it's my age of doing this for 20 some years.
No.
Go beyond being a triathlete. It's okay.
Yeah, and I believe that. And again, for athletes I coach, they tell me, I want my day off to be this day because that's when my wife takes a day off, or that's when my family and the kids, this is when we do something. So whether it's Monday through Sunday, whatever that day is, they tell me, can I take this day as my off day? And I schedule that for them first, and then we schedule training around them. Mm-hmm. And then they come back later and say, well, can I swap? Can I take my off day? And I'm like, do whatever you want. It's like your life, it's your schedule.
Yeah.
Only you know your schedule, but I don't know your life schedule. So it's really important for you to do what you feel you need to do to help your mental and physical well-being.
Isn't it funny how people are asking you, and they've hired you, what should I do? Do whatever you want to do. You just hired me to do this part of your lifestyle. I'm just helping you with athletics. You have a life to lead. I'm not your parent. You can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you guidance and direction when it comes to triathlon.
Exactly.
Well, I hope we answered that, Daniel. I don't know how it was all over the board, but yeah,
we gave him our thoughts. He asked for our thoughts on a day off, and those are our thoughts.
From Wendy and Dave. Hey, if you got a question for us, you can send us an email to endurancehour@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail. It can be as simple as a one-sentence question. Speakpipe.com/endurancehour, and we'll do our best to answer the question here on the program. And if you're looking for a specific training plan, it can be individually swimming, running, cycling, or triathlon. We offer a 33% off discount to any of our listeners. Simply go to endurancehour.com/33%, and we'll give you a code to apply to any of our programs on Training Peaks. So please take advantage of that. And we also offer in our newsletter special discounts. So if you go to endurancehour.com, you'll see a newsletter sign up. We appreciate it if you want to join that list. We give workouts of the week. We give a little recap of some of our podcasts, special articles, and discounts to our plans. So there you go. For Wendy Mader, I'm Dave Erickson. This has been episode 250 of the Endurance Hour podcast. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week of training, racing, or recovery. We'll see you next time. Adios.
Adios.
Today's question is brought to you by How to Swim Faster in 30 Days, a freestyle guide to dropping time in the pool or open water. This multimedia training plan includes 42 instructional swim lesson videos and demonstrations above and below the water, plus a detailed 30-day calendar designed to help you swim faster and more efficiently than ever before.